Parliament rushed through the Dangerous Dog Act 23 years ago, following a number of horrific attacks. However, dog attacks have continued to increase. Thousands of dogs have been killed because of the Dangerous Dog Act, and because of irresponsible owners, tens and thousands more are left abandoned in rescue centres. Rescue centres in England are now overrun with unwanted dogs. Staffies and Staffy crosses in particular are being dumped in record numbers, and not enough people are willing to give them a new home. So why is this nation of dog lovers turning against them? It's always the worst attacks which make the headlines, but we rarely stop to ask what constitutes a dangerous dog and what creates one. Battersea Dogs and Cats Home in London is the UK's oldest and most famous animal rescue centre. It was founded over 150 years ago. By far the biggest single group of dogs coming into Battersea are bull breeds, many of them Staffordshire Bull Terriers. They account for more than half of the home's longer-term residents.
We see a lot of Staffies here at Battersea increasingly over the years. Back in 2001, in our dog intake, Staffies only made 12.6% of all the dogs we took in, and now they make up like 33% of all the dogs we take in, and that's in 2013, so such a jump in 12 years is just so strange. And 50% of them come in as strays, which is quite high.
If we scrape beneath the surface of dog ownership in the UK, we soon see the cause of Britain's dangerous dog problem. Rescue Remedies is a small dog charity based in Surrey, London and Hampshire. They specialise in taking in Staffies and Terriers and currently run at a loss, although they have no paid staff. All of their dogs are seen by a vet, and as a charity they do not discriminate on the basis of breed, age and health, which dogs they take in.
Staffords, or Staffies as we call them, are very loving. They are bull breeds. They can get tenacious. But on the whole, they are very affectionate. We home a lot of Staffies in with children. We home a lot of Staffies in with cats, with other animals. Not a problem. There are a percentage of our Staffies that don't like to have other dogs in their face, like off-lead dogs, and so they just need a little bit of support when you're out walking them. And we never advocate that Staffies come off of leads outside, because they are terriers, you know, and people understand terriers, but they don't appreciate that Staffies are also terriers. So they can rise to the occasion, and they tend to always get blamed if there's any altercation in any way. It's always a Staffy that carries the blame. So they're really wonderful dogs. Really, people, a lot of rescue homes are now coming forwards and discovering what lovely dogs they are, because they first feel a bit overwhelmed that when they go to rescue centres all they see is Staffies, and then they think about it and they meet a few, and then they begin to meet other people that have rescued Staffies, and they fall in love like we did. Yeah, I find the media is very sensationalist, and that's why I've always avoided really too much involvement with the media, because they're looking for a sensational story and they don't really care what impact it's having on the reputation of a breed. You know, they're really looking for a lead, you know, that their lead would be, you know, all these dangerous dogs in amongst us and out of control, and actually it's so on the edge, it's so not the truth, it's so not the common or garden or experience. And I think if you actually look at dog ownership now, I think the Labradors are still probably the most popular breed, but close behind that is the Staffy. that so many people now own staffies, and I think the media are going to, in a sense, appreciate that they're out of touch with actually the main populace understand the staffies. Yeah, and love them.
Mark and Sally are the proud new owners of Bella, who was rehomed with them through Rescue Remedies. They have now had her for 4 months and she has become a much loved part of their family.
It is popular to sensationalise bad dogs. There's not bad dogs, there's bad owners, stupid situations, and people who shouldn't be in charge of a dull stick, let alone an animal. And staffies have just got the wrong end of the current media interest in dogs. It used to be Rottweilers, then it was Dobermans, and before that it's Pit Bulls. Now it's staffies. It seems that they have to have some poor breed to concentrate on. And some people think it's, having a staffie is somehow cool. I don't know why. I think they're one of the most people-friendly dogs out there. A really cute little breed and very badly misrepresented.
But also, I think if a nice little fluffy poodle bit a child, or it's not really headline news. It's something that's, oh dear, he was having I don't know, probably hurt or whatever. But and it's not going to be a big bite. But if a staffy does it, they've got a strong jaw, they've got a strong head. They bite a child, it's going to hurt a lot more. The situation could be the same, but one is, it's good news story, and one isn't.
No, I mean they're finding there's an awful lot of husky crosses now going into rescues, for the reason that they were popular because of the Twilight movies, and now people are finding huskies are a very difficult breed to maintain. They've got a very high prey drive. They're big dogs and they're quite boisterous. And they will cause far more damage than the staffy ever will. Come on, pup.
Come on.
Animal wardens are employed by local councils to deal with stray and lost dogs. Over recent years, however, their job has involved them having to deal with dangerous and out-of-control dogs more often.
Well, I'm a dog warden, which means primarily I deal with stray dogs. I also deal with dog nuisance, dog and dog attacks, that sort of thing. But primarily it's stray dogs, so dogs that are found loose in the street by members of the public. They will give us a call at the council and I'll go and collect. Just any sort of dog-related antisocial behaviour often comes to me as well. That sort of thing varies from council to council, but that's what I do in a nutshell, really. I personally feel that they are completely misrepresented. A lot of what I read in the paper, they're not staffies, they're pit bull types or different bull breeds, and staffies unfortunately have been tarred with the same brush. Of course you do get aggressive staffies, same as you get aggressive Jack Russells or collies or any other breed, but unfortunately where it goes hand in hand with this issue we've got with people abandoning them, it becomes it becomes a big issue where people think they read what they read and the media hype it up to be worse than what it is, and no, I think they're completely misrepresented. Most of the staffies that we take and then go off to rescue centres or are homed go and live with other dogs, live with children. They're known as the nanny breed, as we know, and I think it's completely misrepresented.
It is clear to see that the number of dogs which are being abandoned or used in inappropriate and dangerous ways is a growing problem and not a straightforward one to solve. Some dog organisations feel that microchipping and dog licensing should be made mandatory so owners can be easily traced and made to take responsibility. However, the government are unconvinced that a return to dog licensing will be an efficient and cost-effective way of dealing with the problem. Whilst the arguments about the best way to protect people and dogs continue, sadly we will see many more dogs being killed and horrific attacks on people shown on the news. So the question remains, who is really responsible for these awful dog attacks? The dangerous dog or the dangerous owner?